Yo, welcome back everybody. I hope you guys are doing well as always. So Uzi just dropped that new EP called Maverick, and honestly it's some of the best Uzi songs that I've heard in like a long time. A lot of them were very just like reminiscent of his old sound and just like that classic like Uzi vibe. And that whole EP kind of inspired me to make what I wanted to show you guys today. So without further ado, this is how to make dark glow beats for LIL UZI VERT. Whoa, time out. A very important analytic has just crossed my desk. 72% of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed. I mean, what are we doing? But in all seriousness, if you guys do enjoy these videos and you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. It really does help the channel grow. So thank you for that, and let's get back to the video. All right, so to start this one off, we're at 140 BPM. I don't know why, but whenever I make like futuristic glow beats, I always have a lot of melodies. I just use like a ton of different layers. Most of them are usually just like little one note accents. Like besides a couple of these first like midis, I'm never really building like super chord heavy stuff for these glow beats. So to start this one off, we're using this ARP from my new Serum 2 bank. This is the I don't know what it is ARP. The Serum 2 bank should be dropping in like a week or two. I'm just kind of waiting for the art to come back, and then pretty much it's ready to drop. So I'll keep you guys updated with when that's actually released. But this is the MIDI we got for the first ARP. All I have on that one is just an EQ, cutting the lows out. A huge thing for making like any kind of darker style of beats is to use these tension notes. So any note in the scale that's like right next to each other, those two used together can create a lot of like dark tension for a beat. All right, then we added another ARP. This one's called Live, also from that new Serum bank. Same EQ on this one, just cutting the lows. Then I added this brass one shot. This is from the Rio Leva, I believe it's the Works drum kit. He has like some one shots in there. If you pre-ordered it, you get these like one shots, trap one shots. That's where these brasses are from, these low brass. So I used the low brass 4 and just kind of added the root notes for the melody. Then I added in another Serum. This is the Polar Pluck from that same Serum bank. On that one, I added this delay plugin from Arturia. All I do is just use the preset 1.4 delays, and I'll turn the echo level up a little bit just to kind of give it a little bit more delay. Then I added this G-Feld brass stab. This is from A-Shark's Evolution one-shot kit. I use this thing pretty much in like every single glow beat that I make. It's just like very nostalgic of that old like 2014 sound. All right, then we got another one shot from that Evolution kit, and this is the original brass. And I just kind of added in this little top line lead. We got another sound from that same Evolution kit. This is the Electro Stars, the muffled and on time one. And I just added in these 2 A notes that repeat 4 times. I added in more of that 1.4 delay, turning up the echo and the feedback. And then I also just added in this EQ. So you can already see like majority of these sounds are just like one notes or like a couple notes. There's not really too many like note heavy midis for these loops. All right, and then I wanted to accent the low end a little bit more, so I added this kick bass. This is also from my new Serum bank. All right, then we added another sound from that Serum bank. This is the flick pluck. And I wanted to have this just really fast, like stabbing note pattern. So this is what I came up with. And then I just added in these little like melodic accents to the end of every 3 bars. This is the loner lead, again from that new bank. On that one, I have this delay plugin again. I used the 1.4 delays preset, and I turned the feedback and echo way up. And then I also switched it to 1/2 delay instead of the 1/4. And then the last thing for the melody is just adding in the tubular bell. This one is just a yeet bell that I found a 1-shot for. And again, I just put that on the same notes as the bass. And for that, I just added in some reverb, just turned the mix down on this one a little bit. And yeah, that is the entire melody. So I'll play everything together so you guys can hear that. All right, so moving over to the drums, I used just a bunch of random stuff from a bunch of kits, so nothing specific here, but this is the clap. And then we got the hi-hat pattern. All right, and then for a little accent, I used this snap. And then we got this chop snare. We got this open hat that's kind of mixed with like the Zay chant. Then we got another kind of trap style open hat. And then of course we got the classic Zay crash. And then last thing we got is the 808. This is the So Dizzy 808 from Soda's 2025 stash kit. Yeah, that's it for all of the drums. Going over to the arrangement. If you guys know the song Poured Up from the new Uzi tape, it kind of has this like slow intro where it builds and builds. It does the whole like pitch automation thing. So I did that for this beat as well. A really easy way to do it, if you guys want to do that, is basically just automate the pitch of the loop and then automate the pitch of the BPM. What you can also do is if you want like the drums and stuff to be automated as well, you just render out like an entire section of melody plus drums, and then you can do the automation to that sample as its own thing. But yeah, that was basically the only like cool thing I did for the automation. Other than that, I just cut some sounds here and there, did some little like beat pauses and stuff. For the mixing wise, no really changes to the master. Again, I only ever really just use Soft Clipper and keep it on the default settings. And then this one I did boost the highs just of everything a tiny bit. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this beat. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you guys thought of the Uzi album too. I was, like I said, a huge fan of it. I thought it was really reminiscent of like his old sound, which I always love to hear. Anyways, like I said, the new Serum bank will be dropping soon, probably a week or two. I'm hoping to get it out as soon as possible. Like I said, I'm just waiting on some stuff to come back for it. But yeah, that's it for me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.